How's it going, everyone? And welcome back to some more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Yeah, we're back to this. It's time we continue on with the case that we're going. The second episode of Phoenix Wright Week. And hey, DDR, thanks for coming in, man. How's it going? Hopefully you enjoy your stay. And hey, Pizza, thanks for coming in, guys. Lovely to have you all here. So, yesterday we started up the fifth and final case of the game, the DS re-edition, anyways. But we are here for the first day of trial, and this thing already broke at the beginning. Wow, this is actually a meme. Okay, this is a legit meme. Okay. So we were introduced to numerous new characters, including the Sky Sisters. Was here before you too. I'm always here, okay? So we were introduced to the Sky Sisters, Officer Jake Marshall, Angel Star, as well as Officer Meekins, which we are gonna get accustomed to later on. Anyways, today is the first day of trial, so let's just hop in. Rise from the Ashes, Day 2, Trial Former. Yeah, so this is interesting. Trials in this day have, in this case, have two parts. Trial Former and Trial Ladder. You're not first. Trial Former and Trial Ladder. That's why it's gonna be such a long case. Alright, February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Okay, this is way too loud on my ears because, what, 30? Jesus. Okay, better. Okay, let's start again. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. What wasn't the whole thing about Turnabout Goodbyes believing in the clients? It just might be me, I don't know. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. I'm the first caught here. Why? Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. And for those of you who don't remember yesterday's episode for some reason, or you weren't here, or you didn't watch the stream later on as a video, Lana confessed to her crime, so it's gonna be hard. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. Oh hey Mia. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Zerf is what I call myself a lot. It's kinda God. I'm the real God. Don't bring that into here, please. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. So yeah, Emma's our new assistant, basically. We had kind of figured that out from last episode. February 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Let's go. Oh, my head hurts today. I don't know why. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. I haven't been in court since Edgeworth's trial. It's been a while now. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is on our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Miss Redford. Your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. As he said, personal feelings are not called here, VDR. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Well, I call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness Miss Angel Starr to the stand. Edgy. Out of the edge. The Coffin Queen? Hello. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and occupation? Yeah, that's true. And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Starr was a detective? I know who you are. Coffin Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Starr. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. Alright, here we go. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. Oh, sorry, the burps have started already. Guys, if you could share the stream and hit that like button, it would support me immensely. I've also tried to meddle with Streamlabs to see what I can do with later stuff, but it's kind of confusing. I might have to take a look at it during the summer when I have the time. The chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutor spaces, yes. The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with a knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Who else? Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give them your words, Miss Starr. Wait, are they talking about me? No, Phoenix, they're talking about Emma. Of course they're talking about you! Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend, when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely owned detective instincts working. Jesus! Lana does look like a serial killer in this picture. I don't know how good that is for our case, though. Ah, my head. I don't know why, but I have this really bad headache. I just wish it would go away. Then, through a wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then, she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Alright. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than The point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed?
I've been in worse situations before, let's face it. Von Karma. I'm still thinking about that.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright, and we cross-examined the witness. At least Edgeworth isn't like, there's no need for a cross-examination. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. Let's press her. See what we find. How did you know?
I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of time.
I think that's how you spell that.
Abhorrence. Abhorrence.
Abhorrence, okay, because the H makes, okay, the hollow sound, yeah.
Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is dully noted.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenience evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that.
Damn, Edgeworth just got roasted.
Miss Starr, do you have anything personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off? She was fired.
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I'm a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Is it though? You sound like you have a very strong bias. Very well, you may continue, Miss Starr. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. Alright. This boyfriend, he's the detective?
Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
That boyfriend? You have several?
Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend.
Oh, god damn it.
Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunch, thanks.
Note to self, the judge had to think before replying.
Wow, I love, man, Emma's too pure. I keep saying this, but Emma's sky is too pure for this world, at least in this game.
The security guard room is in the block, in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there.
That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block.
So, she was in B block when she witnessed a crime.
When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detective instincts working, perhaps.
You sensed something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder?
It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes, it was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
I have no idea what the... Oh my god, the burps. Judge's voice. God, the judge's voice makes me have the burps. I have no idea what that means. Speaking of the detective instincts, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective?
Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
A young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
I, of course, am hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack.
I bet you sting too.
Nice, Emma.
In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind.
Okay.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Then through a wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car.
Garish, I mean garish. Probably garish. It probably must mean red. By garish car, you mean...
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it?
Indeed, it was. Damn. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her.
If she's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always complain.
Gee, thanks a lot, Emma. Witness, in your testimony you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Huh? Rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me.
I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism? Or plagiarism, I think that's how it's said, I think. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are owned.
Oh, hello there. A photograph? You took this?
The moment I witnessed a crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck.
This is my first time seeing this photograph. You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again.
Damn, she really has something against prosecutors. I forgot about that, actually.
My boyfriend works in the
Oh god, okay. Deep breath.
My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Wow, well, this is most certainly the defendant. Uh-oh, this is unmistakably Latin Sky.
So what was the defendant doing at the time? Holding a knife in her right hand.
That's interesting. She's so annoying, like, yeah, I know. But you'll learn to like her character later on, I think. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying.
Well, I'd say the blade was about 10 centimeters long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set.
Yeah, you're still here. Don't worry, I can see that. The viewer count doesn't lie. You haven't left. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person.
Hold on, guys. Why is my door closed?
I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Had to open up my door. It was closed for some reason. I didn't close it. Oh, I did, but it was a long time ago. Probably forgot. Anyways.
Perhaps a chicken salad perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor.
So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Okay. I think I know what to present. I just want to get information. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late.
Too late?
Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You've said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Mrs. Starr's testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty fatal to me.
But what do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer.
Don't smile like that!
Alright, so I think I know what to present and where. There we go. I love how useful Emma is, yes. We have to present this. There we go, I got it. And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife.
As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
You love Lego, why? Well, Lego is pretty fun, not gonna lie. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection.
Let's be a little more careful with our evidence, shall we? It is you that needs to be more careful, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. It was taken the moment after the stabbing. How can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stain on the chief prosecutor's coat? It's a black and white photograph. It's a black and white photograph. Oh yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse? You got a better idea? Maybe objection? Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it. If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Oh, premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? Oh god. Watch out with the caps, Pizza. If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. You stepped on a Lego. But watch out with the caps anyways. You know the rules, man. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder? It's serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Do I have anything at all? What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves, the kind of used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated murder. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you out of the force, Miss Sorn. This is bad. She's got them thinking it was all planned. If she can prove this claim, this trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. Yeah, we've already seen this. Ah, yes. So I have to present something. God damn it, I didn't mean to skip all the way through again, please. Is this thing broken? Just making sure because... Oh. Alright, sorry guys. So many mouse clicks. I know it's a bit... Alright, the murder was planned. Huh. Wait, if the murder was planned, why did she use Edward's knife? Yeah, gotcha! Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know? That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edward's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there? The defendant is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Laniskei planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon. Ugh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Oh god, yes! I got you! Order, 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 again! Every single case! Great, now the tide is turning in our favor.
Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister...
Wow, no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
My sister is good as free.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. Hey, well, thanks for coming in. You came in 25 minutes late. It's not that much. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Leave a like. Yes, do it. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shit's a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. No. Nope. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. Oh, damn. The defendant, Lennis Kai, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution need prove. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned.
If she wasn't, why would she have been wearing? I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought.
How dare you?
My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Alright, let's drink some water. Angel's deduction.
Lennis Kai intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office.
God, my nose!
I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I read the autopsy report yesterday. A single stab wound was found. You screwed up now. Victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It does sound like a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So, if I order pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
Well, good question, Emma. Are you?
No? Oh, okay.
In any case, the defense may not cross-examine the witness. I like how Edgeworth doesn't say a thing even though he knows the testimony has a giant hole in it. The thing had a grudge, yeah, blah blah blah. Nothing could drive a human machine to do what she didn't do, which stab him a single time. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. Damn, she got pissed. She's pissed. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edward.
What a hunk! He's my hero, really.
What about my objection? No one noticed? Just Phoenix. You see Phoenix walking out of the courtroom. Okay. No one cares about me then. Well, witness?
You got the crime scene set, right?
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood, but now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast.
Splattered blood from a... Am I a joke to you? Splattered blood from her victim.
That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
As is Maya. Oh god. Damn. Maya's not here. Sad. And tell us why you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. All right, testify for us.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me.
That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where's her muffler? I don't see a muffler. Thanks. You're making this way too easy. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. Yeah, that's reserved for Isaac, Felix, and Matthew. Don't you ever doubt that. Only Golden Sun heroes are allowed to wear scarves on my channel. And you've proven it yourself with this photograph. Because Edgeworth kidnapped her. He doesn't understand her powers. Dude. Huh? But that can't be! Only a true professional could be so clueless. I'm sure you'll make a good lunch lady, have no fear. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection, chopped liver? And my joke to you, take two. But he was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really. Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude. Now back to business. What? Damn, Edgeworth. Very well, witness. You may continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. It was there, something human! The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim? This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Ah, don't be ridiculous, Phoenix. You still have, like, I don't know, trial former day 2, trial ladder day 2, trial former day 3, trial ladder day 3, final day trial former, final day trial ladder. We have a lot of stuff to do. Oh god. Oh, this is Allegro. Let's go. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. When you say like she actually did it, whoa. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. Good luck. Why though? You're all quite determined about the scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Their sister stabbed the victim. Whoa. Note to self, Attorney Wright gets bitten by snake. God, Emma, why? God, I love that character. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. God, I can't read today. Oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Whoa, okay. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Again. The third time this stream. Let's go. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind the partition off to her side. Okay. So where is this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? With the burps. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Okay. You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details? Yeah. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The lunchline car was... She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here? That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Always press, yes. Amazing, the Gotham Queen lunch lady athlete indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. She couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. That is true. Yeah, and the fence was about 9 feet high, too. How come Miss Sky didn't get away?
When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler.
Okay, I'm just thinking, like, you know that meme of the numbers? That's me right now. So, what should I present? I think I'm gonna press everything. Usain oh my god. No! Back puns. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say?
If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word?
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Her phone? You mean this cell phone? Ask further. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene?
Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately?
My memory... It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't seem to start.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall?
That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall.
Ooh, sorry. You got proceed. Oh, God. That actually makes sense. Surprisingly, that actually makes sense.
Apparently, it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone.
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney.
Alright.
She gave up trying to use the phone on the wall and just use her cell phone.
Why, though? If she has a phone... Okay, that's thing. Your Honor, I didn't do this right, did I? Oh no, you are completely you're a complete idiot. It clearly contradicts. No, I thought that it did something, but it doesn't. So I'm gonna blow up one of your exclamation points. Bah. That's bad. This is the first trial.
The chief prosecutor made to escape, but okay.
I think I know. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? I was going to ask the same thing.
I will only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time...
No, and during that time you climbed over the chain link fence.
Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone.
I think so too. And you saw her doing this? Oh! Oh, there he is! There it is! There it is!
What is it, Mr. Wright?
There it is. Now I know what to present. I'm in the right statement. I just presented the wrong thing. There! I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky.
The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago.
Oh. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's take a look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed a crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. Uh-huh. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Yes, pursuit, let's go. Oh god. Let's see where this takes us. Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told to court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. Yeah! The witness lied about where she saw it. She tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. It would be pointless for her to lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see. The witness did actually see the sky using the emergency phone. Fall backwards. Yes, that's really good. That's really cool, actually. In other words, Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I've ever heard of one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard up until now points in one direction. The place from where Miss Starr witnessed the crime was here. It can only be one place. If she was in the A block, it has to be this. Edgeworth is just stupid, yeah. This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room. Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second level, so you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have been. She could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony. What a Pokemon Red randomizer after hard goal. Ooh, that's actually kind of interesting. I'm not that big of a fan of Gen 1. I like playing through it, but I'm not that big of a fan. But that could be interesting actually. I'll think about it. Even so, I'm not going to continue hard gold probably until like, I don't know. Yeah, probably until summer. So you're gonna have to wait a long time. Sorry. Because university gets a top priority, ladies and gentlemen. Never neglect your studies. Go to school, kids. Streamer guy. I also like you call me streamer guy. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr? How many years have I been getting the better of men? Do you think that the tables could be turned? Today, man has got the better of Angel Star. Yeah, this game is amazing. The whole series is amazing. Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Oh my god, I'm losing frames. Why am I losing frames on my emulator? This is not good. Probably have too many things open. Let me just close some stuff. Alright, that's good enough, I think. Really? Wow. The more she says it, yeah, that's true. That's true. Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. Oh yes, oh god. That truth still stands. Desk slam. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and says she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? The distance? It has to be the distance. It has to be the distance. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what you could see. Yeah, who made the photo? That's a good question. That photo would have been taken from B block. Holy crap, this game just... What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Kaya? Well, witness? You. Yes?
You ordered the squid wheel. You ordered the squid wheels, right?
I think one of her boyfriends goes, the quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible.
I was just bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
That's a mouthful. Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it.
Oh, that's right. That's how she got the photo done. When you try to poison your boyfriend.
That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in the B block.
That's quite a detour. Interesting.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
Oh, sorry about that. God, my burps today are on point. 5 minutes? That's way longer than you said. This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely!
Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something! Do I have any evidence to stop this?
Yeah. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time. If you like it al dente.
Buying the judge? I've got lunchboxes that type pasta into knots, rookie.
A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run. But this time was different. Miss Sky Donald at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. There we go. God damn it, my chair. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. She has a grudge against the defendant, and there is a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright.
That was too close. I'm afraid the Cough Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Here we go! Okay, there we go. It's time.
Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right?
That's the one she tried to force stuff on me.
I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that?
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Whoa! A triple-decker! Out of deference to the witness determination, I'll allow one more testimony. BVR, behave. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the lunchline motto says, you won't be disappointed.
What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox at this time? Decisive evidence.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. But we'll wait until the end. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other was the defendant, Miss Laniskai's blood. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence.
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Yee! Entered Super Saiyan. Oh god. Why god? Stop it, god. Go full on Ultra Instinct.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edward. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had blood tests performed.
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
Jesus! 3? In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You should know the 2 rules of evidence law, Miss Starr. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Welcome. She thick.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edward sure is celebrating.
Not so fast, Mr. Edward. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
God damn it, not again. I am being bamboozled by my own witness.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
You could at least study some evidence law, really.
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. Wow, yeah, that's true. This is a triple threat battle. Well, seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure the guilty are properly judged.
The victim's shoe. Very well, Miss Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Battle Royale. I almost said that, actually. Tetris 99. I think I know what to... I think I know what to present. You still suffer. Retire, yeah. Let's press it here. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
You ordered the peppered fish guts, right?
Jesus!
Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole batch of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
A problem? This is critical. What's wrong with the victim's shoe? There's a problem.
If I'm not imagining things,
I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction.
That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I give you a peppered fish gut now.
Your rival in blue version? I really don't know, actually. Calm down, Juan. Let's see.
I give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Excuse me, I'm going to open the second tab to spam caps out of rage about her food. No, don't do it. Let's hear what Ms. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Alright, let's examine this thing. Now that we have 3D features. Alright, let's see. Oh, hello there.
Ah, there's blood here too!
It's really curious. For what? On the sole of the shoe, it's got to be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood.
All this blood, it's horrible.
This blood might be an important clue. No, don't do it. 3D. In 3D. Show us the problem with this evidence. Alright, not again. It has to be the blood on the bottom. Yeah, it has to be the blood on the bottom. I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe. 3Ds, yeah. I get it.
Don't mess with me, rookie.
Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of this shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of the shoe? God, I know it's that, but... Oh! The photo! There's no blood on the floor! Let's go! The problem lies in the footprint.
The footprint?
Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Don't mess with the gods. If there were bloody footprints, they would have been found. We checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. True. Order, order, order again. Well, witness.
What? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh, that's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think.
Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions.
What?
Oh, that I'll answer for you. I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I give her credit for. No lunchboxes now, eh? No caps, well, you know the rules, man. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? Think about when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this woman. A leopard woman. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that sound.
Oh, God, my head. This game really drains. This game really does drain your energy. No problem, just keep an eye out for that. I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that. I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness! Well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. The blood was white. That's what it means. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Aha! You don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. Ah! That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her up quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. God, my nose. I picked my nose.
Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty. Erasing evidence.
That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she cut herself when she stabbed him? There was one.
So my sister's blood on the shoe. That's when it happened?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please!
What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it.
But...
Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Of course. Whoa, whoa. Damn. Even if, yeah, that's true.
Little girl, what did you just say?
Huh? Me?
Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side?
Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints.
Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Again! Again! Jesus Christ, can we stop? Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else.
You've reached your verdict, Your Honor. Any further comments will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the Coffer Queen. Look at this.
Oh, a photograph. A photograph?
I had this just in case anyone had the gout to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait! Look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet.
Erasing last ray of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
Because my lights cut. Oh my god, that's beautiful. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right, wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up off of the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
There it is. I was waiting for it. I will say one look at the photo and I think I saw something straight. Yeah.
Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph. The last one submitted. The trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, Wright, are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court what the problem is in this photograph. Okay, let's see.
Oh, there. Hello. Stupidest Judge 2019. Actually, BVR, this game was released in 2001, this case in 2005, and the case itself takes place in 2017. None of those years are 2019. Look at me. I swear I don't wear glasses. And I swear I'm not poking fun at the stereotype of nerd people, because I myself was considered a nerd throughout most of my life, so I can't make fun of those people. Nerd power. Anyway, present. The problem in this photograph... Yeah, that is true. The problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor?
You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph.
As I said, Your Honor, only the protagonist from Golden Sun can wear a scarf or a muffler in my channel.
But this is not your channel. This is the dumb guy who's streaming's channel.
Oh, that's right. I should make a channel, don't you think, Your Honor?
I completely disagree. Your channel would be awful.
Oh. I'll speak to you all later. I'm off to become a YouTube star. Puts on sunglasses and leaves. See you later. At 40 seconds extra delay. Oh, damn. A muffler is also a part of on the car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. That speech.
I see, and I see.
Then you ask us. I bet there's a channel named Miles Edgeworth somewhere on YouTube.
Neither and male and female. Yes, there is. Neither and male evolves into Nido Reno and Nido King. Neither and female evolves into Nido Rena and Nido Queen. Then you ask us not to make connections between Golden Sun and this game. Hey, I only did because it got a bit out of hand last time. I'm free to make them. You guys are not. And I need to continue. I want to finish the entire trial thing today. If I can't, then I'll just leave this. I'm pretty sure there is. What's that? What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
I don't think so. Sorry, Miss Star, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said that as much in their testimony.
What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case. The cell phone, right? Yeah, the word muffler. Miss Star, recall your testimony for the court. Oh God. Oh God. Angel Minardi. Jesus, can you imagine?
Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony.
Now, let's hop away like bunny rabbits. Oh God damn it, you made me remind myself of Golden Sun Abridged. Are you proud? God, I hope not.
Muffler.
Not again. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Okay, this is the final breakdown. It has to be. Come on. I have at least one more hour of streaming so I can finish the whole trial today. Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings.
Suspend?
I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Let's hop away like bunny rabbits. Yay, I love that game. God damn it. Okay. Agree?
I suppose so.
Phew, that was close. But we made it. At least for now. Court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry? Oh, they said it's Judge, but it's Phoenix. Alright, to be continued. I'm gonna continue the stream for today because I am freshened up. I'm just gonna go to a quick break and I'll be right back, guys. Like quick, when I mean quick break, I mean like probably 30-second break. So see you soon. Alright, we are back. Sorry it took so long. It's time to continue on. Trial ladder. Let's do this. Alright, so just to be clear, this trial might be one of my favorite sections of this case, and you'll see why in a bit. But what's our advantage over the two gens? Cover. That's true. The Gen 1 sprite looks kind of derpy. Yeah, that's true as well. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. At least the timing is accurate in this case.
Mr. Wright?
Huh? What?
Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there?
Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So, what happened to your sister anyway? Guys, as I said before, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to leave a like and share the stream with anyone you can, if possible, obviously. I really appreciate having more people appreciate the greatness of Wright from the Ashes. So, what happened to your sister anyway?
Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers.
Oh, I don't know why, but I'm in real life, I'm mimicking the sprites of Emma. I'm making the exact same poses that she is. I don't know why. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth.
So, this is where we turned this trial around, right?
Our only weapon, a tiny insignificant piece of cloth. Vulpix in blue, I don't know actually. I don't know which one has Vulpix and what version has... Yeah. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. Here he is. They say you show a red cloth to a bowl and it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a young'un, at least. And she looks like Mia. Don't you say Maya? She looks nothing like Mia. She looks a lot like Maya, though.
Officer Marshall!
Thought I'd come take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the place locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have really been on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example.
Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have to do anything with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf.
A scarf.
You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler.
What?
At the award ceremony that afternoon. Edward's seen it too, I reckon.
What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. Really? Oh god, I can't miss that. If it's a Gen 4 remake, I'm gonna be so happy. As you all know, Platinum is my favorite Pokemon game of all time. I confirmed Wolfig, yeah.
So, Miss Star wasn't mistaken.
Well, it's about time.
Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes, you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell.
Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this.
So, what are we swimming now in? What are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright?
If it sticks, Hoss, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee.
I could not get a more stereotypical Southern character from West LA, because that makes sense.
February 23rd, 12:32 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. What? At what time is the announcement? I could easily make it. But at what time? Can someone inform me? I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Oh, hi, Edgeworth. Sorry about that, the burps, again. There's something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. Oh, sorry. Jesus, my lunch really wants to make me burp. Oh god, I didn't read it! It can't be. This can't happen.
I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth.
Well then, I believe it is time we continue on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! Okay, no, this wasn't the Edgeworth voice. This is unacceptable! It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Oh no. What voice am I gonna give this guy? I know this exactly what I said. This part stands up. This part stands out in the case, and you'll understand why. All right, let's think. What voice am I gonna give him? Never do. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Excuse me. Knock knock. Okay, I don't like this voice. Who's there? Oh, hello. What's with this guy? A strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Okay, well, I'll investigate later, and maybe if it's at an acceptable time for me to stream, I'll stream it. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. 6 a.m. PST, huh? Pacific Standard? Whoa, wait a minute, that's actually a really good time for me. Let me just... Hold on, guys, I'm gonna mute myself. I'll be right back. Okay. That is actually phenomenal. Thanks, Pizza, for the information. That is actually phenomenal. Because it translates roughly to 2 p.m. here. The time that usually at the time I start streaming. However, I'm not sure I'll be able to catch the beginning of it, at least on stream. Because I usually start streaming around 2:30 GMT, of course. And don't like the new guy. Yeah, 2 p.m. exactly, but I don't know if I can catch it because I usually start streaming around 2:30, and I don't know if I can start earlier tomorrow, especially tomorrow because Wednesday is always a tight schedule for me. So let's see if I can do that. Who on earth is he? Yeah. Oh, it's you. Oh God. This guy makes you think that the game is frozen. This guy makes you think the game is frozen. Oh, what voice I'm gonna give this guy? I don't know actually. Oh, hell, hey. Sorry I'm late, Udgy. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Udgy? How you been? Swimming much these days? I like this voice. Oh, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy, Udgy, my boy. You have to make time to relax. Evil, high-pitched, ridiculous, please. Yes, there we go. No, I like this voice. I like the voice I gave him more. Yes, indeed. Udgy? Seems to be his nickname for the judge? I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Haha, so you're Wright, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. No, I can't do it. Sorry. This guy... He's a special character. I can't do that. Thanks. So sorry about our little Worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little Worthy? That's right. You don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's a top-ranking police officer in the entire district. In my head, his son full of helium. Fair enough. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. Gotta love this character, man. So, what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it?
Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this.
Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just saying things. Oh god. I couldn't breathe there for a second. Jesus. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler.
But to think that was stuffed into that exhaust pipe.
On Little Worthy's car, no less. Yes, he is. Yeah, this guy makes you think that the game is frozen. He's so powerful, he makes the game freeze. I'm not even joking. God damn it, my water bottle.
It's really quite embarrassing, even for us.
What's this?
It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this.
Objection!
Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edward, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? And if your investigators are this lax, then how do you expect us to do our job?
Now, wait a minute, Worthy.
I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. When you say frozen, I found out by 6. He is he's Dio. Zawad. Okay.
Or didn't you hear me?
Damn.
Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature. Miles Edgeworth.
That's no fair. The day of the crime, I had...
You're head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. You're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology.
What? What? Are you serious?
Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made.
This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. Yeah, oh my god, I see it. Zawarda. I need a yeah. Pidgey is always the best bet. I really don't like the Spearow line. Early game, Pidgey best. This kind of major blunder isn't like you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Gah.
This court accepts new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first.
Yes?
Just to be sure, I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife.
The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not.
Why me? Could you open it up for me, I wonder?
Yes, well, I think all of you have to do is push that switch and...
If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore.
Excuse me? What?
Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point it at people anymore.
God damn it. Come on, just hurry up and open it.
Thanks, Emma. Thanks. You're a savior. Let's go. Alright. Let's examine it.
There's a small tag on this knife.
It seems to say SL92.
What does that mean?
Well,
I've heard something similar. DL6, a DL6 incident thing. But it's strange.
Huh? What is?
I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this, somehow.
Okay. Let's open it up then.
What? Don't scare me like that.
I'm the one who's scared.
Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off.
And this dark red stain, blood? Okay. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between prosecutors and the police? And this knife?
Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove proves a connection between this knife and Goodman. This was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. The detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess.
The time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Oh, interesting. So there was another murder. There was a murder at the police department. A detective. That's hush-hush information, Uchi. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Dude, this is getting out of hand fast. Order, order, order! Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright? 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. I think I know what to present, actually. But I'm gonna press everything, actually. Excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Rhino, but can't say that now, not that. You've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. God, I really want to present it now. It has to be this. You know what, screw it, let's do it. Wait a second. Ah, at last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife, this has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha, an honest-to-goodness, what do you mean from the judge? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife, it reads SL92. And this is important, why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s, 12/2? Your Honor, it's upside down. Ah, yes! Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. Yes, this guy's tolerable at least. But turn it around and what do you get? Ooh. When he wrote this note, he was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that is written on the knife's tag. Order, order. Well, Chief? Ah, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. What? So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. Oh, sorry, burps. I deeply apologize for this, actually. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. This guy loves to clap. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found in the exhaust pipe of Edward's car? Hard to think there isn't a connection there. That was a bad day for the department. Oh god, I need to present something else. Oh no, I need to press the rest. Okay, I get it. Something didn't happen to the police department too, did it? You got a good look in your eyes there, Ryder, my boy. Sharp, hungry. Chief, did something happen? And why haven't I heard? Why haven't you heard? Or why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy, with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? A detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot? Another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Aji? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, right? I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This gets sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Okay. Okay. Where the victim was found. So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second, I have heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Yeah. This is weird. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gent to testify about the details. It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. Wrong. Okay, I just got another. Wow, that's gonna be bad. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. No. Contradictory? No. Really? I've got the objection overruled. I'm gonna explode. Boom. Alright, let's press it then. Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Okay. You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found in the law was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had written down the numbers on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be coincidence. Here you go, it freezes. PK freeze! You two make a good pair. You solve cases twice, so and yeah. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What, really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. The victim's ID number. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5,842,189. Wait a minute, why? I know it said 5842189. Oh my god, it's the same number. Interesting. Well, that's quite long. We have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department. Yes, this tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective was murdered at the police department. Tells you something. What does it tell you? Sorry about the burps again. I deeply apologize. Witness! What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom. Judge. Wrong allegory. Long allegory. Stop. No, why? It's just... I got confused. And this is news. She is... Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. Oh, I changed Edward's voice. The police department. The prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Wright. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with an 82. I've forgotten. You even got the first number wrong again. The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective was killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as attack, Righto. Sharp as attack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time and in a completely different location. This is weird. Order, Chief! What does this mean? No problems, Wow. Some people need to go sometimes. Yeah, I totally understand. He cloned himself as a scientist, case solved. No, what I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. What did you miss? Did you miss? Basically, Goodman was assassinated in 2 different places at the same time. Nothing much. Now, wait just a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight? The grave error? Mr. Edgeworth? They're yours. What? How? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? He prides what prize believe was truly. That's a good question. Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! I got it. My girlish voice. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere in the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got a report, sir. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report? Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that report had nothing to do with Blandis Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right. It's written right. I found a translation error. It's right, not right from writing. On the top of the report. Ugh. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure that officer was capable of making the connection. It did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... retarded. There we go again. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. New evidence may only be submitted if it concerns the case on trial. And how is this relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over here. Good job, Wright, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! Edgeworth does not like hearing this. Everyone is mad at Edgeworth. It seems we have come to the end of the trial. You are becoming a thorn on my side, Edworthy. There have been rumors. After all, you were in the defendant's chair just last year. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. Mr. Edward, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. Start heading. Oh God. If it's the last thing I do, you'd better get results this time, really. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. We will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will this be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well, court is adjourned. Ah, thank you. Thank you. I needed a break. Oh my God. So I want to count this actually. And hey Phoenix, thanks for coming in, man. How's it going? I'm not sure if you came at the end of the stream, my dude. You probably have, honestly, because we've just finished the trial. Let's see, tomorrow I could do the investigation. The day after tomorrow, okay, no, there's gonna be a day that I need to do at least 2 of these. Well, I have some time now, might as well continue. For a bit longer. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish the investigation, but anyways, let's keep going. So no, I'm not gonna end the stream right now. I thought I was, but at the same time, I'm like, no, not gonna happen. This has got to be by far my longest stream of Phoenix Wright as attorney yet. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m. Wright and Cole offices. Hey, did something happen? Am I missing something? Okay, the viewer counter is broken again. I know that because I have my live broadcast page open. Actually, can't. Yeah, you can't leave it. I can't. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this in the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Would you mind coming with me? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. The name puns hurt. Yeah, I know. I know. It's awful. Let's go. Science awaits us. Oh, we're in the parking lot. The February 23rd prosecutor's office underground parking lot. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Of course it was our victim who was killed at the department. And my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Oh no, nothing hurts as much as Doulahan.
My sister? Erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never.
Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister.
That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her.
Big words for high school students. Yeah, I know, right, Phoenix? Well, whether there was bloodstains or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away.
Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright.
She does when she does. Oh. Why, Juanjo? Why do you do this? Huh? What's that grin for?
The situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid.
Luminol?
Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there.
But wouldn't the police have already done those tests?
Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try.
Me? Why do I have to do it?
I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet.
We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Because oh, I see the button with a loan. Very clever.
Here, look. I lent you these glasses.
Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? Oh god. Yeah.
To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Touch the screen to spray it on.
And I want everyone to share the pain. Insert pain face from her. Oh god. No! Stop it!
Okay, let's find us some bloodstains.
Alright. Oh, hello. Oh, my head. Yeah, this is a promo for Apollo. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So this is is this a bloodstain?
It's so,
Emma, you're shaking.
It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood.
Scientific investigation in action. How many games does this series count? Okay, this series has, let's see, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All, Trials and Tribulations, Apollo Justice, Dual Destinies, Spirit of Justice, the 2 investigation games, and 2 games that were released in Japan that are never coming to Europe. So, a total of 9 games so far.
Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd, scientifically speaking, of course?
What's odd about this, scientifically? Luminol, oh god. The amount of blood, actually. God damn it, stop it! The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood?
I definitely think so. I mean,
because Capcom doesn't want to make a global version of it. It's a game called Daigyakuten Saiban, which translates basically to the Great Ace Attorney. Go look it up. It's for the 3DS, and yeah, Capcom is never releasing it's just never making a regionalized version of it. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that much.
I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe.
It's strange. If they fought here, there'd have to be more bloodstains than this.
Hey, Mr. Wright. See how I'm marking the floor plans when we find a bloodstain?
Oh, sorry.
See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right?
Yeah, that's very useful information to have.
I saved up my allowance to buy this.
You have an allowance? Even though your parents are dead? Sorry for being so blunt.
We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case.
And we'll drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day.
Yeah. It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it?
This luminol stuff is going to come in handy. Can you channel the dead? Oh god. Don't, please. Who is talking?
Ha!
Oh, Angel, okay.
I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! You only trust your own eyes, hmm? Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house.
Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. Today's trial.
You certainly put me in a tight spot today.
My apologies, Miss Star, but...
No, it's okay. It was my fault.
Oh, we know.
Oh, we know. Oh, we know it was your fault, you silly goose. I witnessed everything from that security room up right there, but I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see? I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Oh, she's pissed again. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect, and before long they call me the Cough Queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. Dude, that's savage, Emma. God damn it. Wow, oh, come on, man. You just don't say certain things. That's pretty good, though. And you were let go? Or fired? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. Wow, okay. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. Wait, she doesn't mean... present stuff. What do you think about this? SL9 incident. On that knife, and on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Oh, my head! Really? That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transfer the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected. SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Let's see. Do I have to present something else to her? Maybe the knife? Oh no, I've seen this. Come on, hurry up. I'm sorry if I'm a bit more quiet now, but I'm just trying to make sense of the whole thing. Where's the second photo? I know I have 2 of them. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. Only will say this, aliens. Oh god. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? And I climbed the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder? That's when I took this photo, yes. Round 2 also blocked by the... Wow. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time. Can you talk now? Thank you. Okay, here we go. That's when I learned the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. It smells like... Oh, God. Disposable? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. There it is! We hadn't had our fair share of this music still this stream, so here it is. For those of you who are wondering, this is called SL9, the Reminiscence theme. It's supposed to be a sad thing. Well, actually I really like it, not gonna lie. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. Oh god. Well,
Rubbers aren't disposable though.
So, they didn't solve it?
On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed.
Executed?
Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence, not even a little.
What? But the criminal was executed, right?
Evidence of a sort. Made up evidence.
What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence?
The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job.
And you were one of those.
Myself and one other person you know well.
Wait, could it be...
Exactly. Officer Jake Marshall. He's on security detail in the police department, isn't he? Dude, this is kind of sad, actually. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then, it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. It isn't using force. Oh god. No, I'm talking about, this is sad for the detectives that were demoted. They were doing such a good job, and you can tell that God, I'm stuttering a lot. Sorry. You can tell that Star has a bit of experience as being detective. You can tell that she meant the greater good of the case, but she was demoted. She got straight up fired.
Wait, those lunches you sell.
There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyways? Just when the detectives on the case have disappeared, we find new evidence.
There has to be a connection.
So, Rookie.
What?
It seems like you're serious about investigating this case.
Yes.
Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat.
Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you going out?
Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him.
A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then.
This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective.
But now he's so cold.
Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that.
I see. Thank you.
Officer Jake Marshall. Alright. I think I've gotten everything out of you. Let's see if old Edgy Boy is in his office. God, I really need to rest after a bit. February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202.
Well, this place is certainly tidy today.
It will be tidy tomorrow, too. Is everything going alright with the screen? Yes, it is. Incidentally, he's not here.
I'm sure he's off doing some important investigations.
I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. Oh, the first turnabout, yeah. If you don't want you're getting spoiled, BVR. You shouldn't get spoiled. Like, from the moment I start Justice for All, you should stop watching these streams, honestly. And it's not like I don't like having people to watch, but people who are playing this game shouldn't get spoiled. February 23rd, Detention Center Visitor's Room. Looks like Miss Sky is in questioning.
I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time?
Can you imagine? The game is Edgeworth. Oh my god, stop the pun, stop it.
How's she supposed to answer that?
Wait a second. The chief said they caught the criminal at the police department.
Let's come back later.
That's true. Alright, let's go to the... well, no, I've just been here. Sorry if I sound a bit out of it, you know? Let's go to the police department entrance. Oh, my head. I really need to stop. Yeah, this is my longest stream in a while. 2 hours. And my chair still refuses to cooperate with me. Great job, chair! Okay, anyways. February 23rd, Police Department entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast they're blurry. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed in their own department. So, the evidence room. The scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid in an amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. I also have a lot of free time today and tomorrow, so I might as well catch up to you. Oh, okay. Sure enough. Let's see. Look, that patrolman is saluting that other guy. He must be a detective. You idiot! What are you thinking? Where's your head? Sir, it's right here, sir. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was showing the detective where his head was. They make a good pair. Gumshoe, where are you? Security guard office. Oh, we can already tell whose room this is. February 23rd, evidence room entrance guard station. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is for the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime. It sure seems that way. Oh, what's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly. It's so imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where's the guard? Gumshoe and Jenkins. Oh god. Not Butts. I have a feeling I know who this guard is already. Yeah, me too, Emma. Me too. Okay, let's examine a bit. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it opened? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Alright, so he's not here right now. Let's get out. Let's go to the criminal affairs. Oh, wait. Okay. February 23rd, police department entrance. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Oh, it's... Who's that? Please. Oh, God. Huh, wasn't that? Oh, one steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from lunchtime. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We've got a criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, pal? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Sitting around here talking isn't going to fill my belly. Okay, bye. Oh, wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figured he's down there having a good cry. Later. God damn it. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Yeah, we are already listening to the court theme, which usually only happens at the end of the investigation segments. Oh, I didn't mean to go to here. Oh, wait. February 23rd, Police Department Criminal Affairs. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective in this department after all. Yes, him. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. It makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, I want to check out the crime scene here. Yes, this sounds dead set on investigating. But don't mess up, or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Thanks for the pun, Emma. Appreciate it. Off to the detention center, yay! Visiting an old pal. Oh, time to stretch. February 23rd, detention center visitor's room.
Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they got the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they?
Yeah, I guess they did. Best not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Oh. My head. It hurts. It actually hurts.
What was that?
Sir, that's what I'm saying. Being a perpetrator. I'd say I was the perpetrator again, sir. That's what I'd say. Hi, greetings, sir.
Wait, I know who you are.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Edwards anywhere in the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center?
No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little house patrolman. I'm like a little lost lamb, sir.
Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report.
No, sir, how should I say this? Gotta go, dinner time, Rip. Okay, BVRC is him, man. It's him and me. Wait, he isn't, is he? You, Officer Meekins, you did you? Perpetrator, Officer Meekins reporting, sir. Ouch.
What?
Now, this is an unexpected turn of events. Okay, guys, so actually, this might sound anticlimactic. Actually, I'm gonna keep the music playing, actually. I'm gonna end the stream for today. I said I wasn't sure if I was gonna finish the investigation, but we're gonna leave with Meekins' stupid face in the screen. That's always a plus for me. Also, my headache is just really kicking in now, and I need to stop. This case is simply phenomenal, okay? This case is, as I said, my favorite case. It's probably my top 3 cases of Phoenix Wright so far. Or Ace Attorney, anyways. And I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I do once we reach the finale of this game, which will probably happen on Friday. So guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you like the stream, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new to the channel. If you want to get notified of my future streams/uploads, hit that little notification bell next to the subscription button. You know what to do. Link to my Discord will be in the description as well. Guys, until next time, peace.